Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Kiran. How are you? How's everybody? Sorry for the little disturbance here. Okay, for those people who have joined us online, welcome to Emdad's BD and IELTS. We are a language institute situated in Melbourne, Australia, and this 5 to 6 session that we have is the grammar session, and we do it on a we try to do it on a regular basis, on Monday to Friday. Even if you haven't been consistent in watching those links from Footscray, what you can do is you can go on our Facebook page, Emdad's Grammar, and you can see their list of those links and from past couple of weeks. It's been, I think this is 9th or 10th day that we're doing this consecutively every day. And sorry to those people who were expecting the link yesterday. We couldn't do it yesterday due to some unavoidable circumstances. So hopefully we'll cover some important grammar rules, and particularly today's grammar rules will also be focusing on a lot on collocations. So just not the grammar, but the collocations as well. So very important for those who are doing any English test in near future, whether you're from India, any other country, as long as you follow us on our Facebook page and on YouTube, you should get all those links, and this is free of charge, as you already know. So, oh, the date. Oh, yeah, the date. Thank you. The date today, 24th, not 22nd. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dhiren. Okay. So let's start with the first grammar rule here, and let's make it very simple. So the first one I'm going to write here will be based on collocations. So we'll focus a lot on collocations today. Of course, we'll do some grammar too, but we'll focus a lot on collocations. So let's start with the first one. Fairly simple. I just need your answers for the blank. I'm not giving you the options here today, and you just have to tell me what to put in there. In our country, politicians have an absolute authority over the citizens. Well done. तुमने हमारे grammar rule का inauguration बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से किया है, because this is the right answer. Authority over is a collocation. Somebody has authority over someone. Well done, Akshay. Authority over someone. So, you know the way teachers teach in India or in Pakistan or in Bangladesh, in those countries, teachers act like as if they have got authority over the students, not the citizens, over the students. So somebody has authority over someone else, authority or, but normally how they make the where do they end up making mistakes? They use the word on with authority. I have authority on you. Authority on you is a common Desi error. It's a Desi mistake, and we try not to repeat it. From now onwards, if you've learned this, authority over is a collocation, and authority over is ka meaning kya hai? Somebody has control. And do you know what do we use? Control. What is the collocation with control? I have control over, not on. Control over. So authority over is similarly like control over. So the answer is, let's put it in the bracket. The answer is over. So this one is collocation based. Very easy. Well done. Okay, so let's write the next sentence. Okay, this is again collocation based. So we are giving you guys some sort of special material, and this special material is aimed dash those who want 18 each section. 18 each section of IELTS, 18 each section of PT. Koi marzi ho, jo marzi ho. Is aimed dash. What is the answer here? Is aimed. You know the meaning behind this one? That means that one thing is targeted for another thing. Yeah, that's what it means. ये स्पेशल मटेरियल बना ही इसलिए है, it is targeted for those people who need 18 each. So targeted for ना बोल के it is aimed dash, it is aimed on ना, not aimed on, aimed for ना, not aimed for, aimed at. Well done, look at that. Now you came up to the right answer. Aimed at is a collocation. Let me give you some examples with it. For example, when you say something like this, government has introduced new regional visa, yeah? And what is the reason behind it? Oh, the regional visa is aimed at increasing the population in regional areas. Is it clear? Simple example. For example, this toy, तुमने ये toy क्यों खरीदा? For children. So yes, the toy, this educational toy, is aimed at increasing the knowledge of children. Is it clear? Iska purpose. So aimed at means aim at. Aim at is a collocation, and it means when you're defining some sort of purpose. Is it clear? So purpose. So it could be something like this. The government has introduced, yeah. So the government ने introduce किया है new laws. So we can say those new laws are aimed at reducing the crime. So in other words, what am I trying to say? What is the purpose of those new laws? So aim at is a collocation which means purpose. When you define purpose, something like this. For example, you have a date, yeah. So you're going on a date with your girlfriend, yeah. Well, not girlfriend, girlfriend to be, the future girlfriend. Whether she depends on whether she likes you on the date or not. So you are using excessive perfume, and this excessive perfume is aimed at gaining attention. This excessive perfume is aimed at stimulating the sensory organs. This makes it more biological. This excessive perfume is aimed at what do you call it? Showcasing one's beautiful scent, yeah? Or something like this. So aimed at. So let's write it here. Aim at. Aimed at or aim at, you will aim at, no matter what, is when you define purpose, when you talk about purpose. So that's when you use aimed at. Is it clear? So two collocations we've learned here so far. Atul kaise ho? Theek thaak. Exam ka book kiya? Tuesday. Best of luck. Now Asad scored today. Asad, yeah. This morning he brought some sweets for us too. Okay, anyway, so aimed at is a collocation. Now, what if I do something like this? Oh, sorry. So if I change this to intended, now tell me, what do you think about this? The special material is, now the game has changed altogether. I just removed the word. Aim is not there anymore. Now tell me the collocation. See, these are based on collocation.
For those who want
For, look at that. Intended for is a collocation. Aimed at and intended for are interchangeable. Both of them can be used for the same job. And what is that job? To define the purpose. Is it clear? So the special material is intended for those who want 18 each. Now, okay, the special material is aimed at those who want 18 each. Is it clear? So both of them are interchangeable. So let's write it here: aimed at or intended for. Yeah. So both of them do the same job. Done with this one. Let's come to number 3. Yeah. With intended for? With? But you can't use to here. You can't use to here. The special material is, when you say reserved for is a different thing, but you can't use to. How can you use to here? Intent comes with for, and aim comes with at. They're clear. You can't use to here. Yeah. Although to comes in different collocations, related to, connected to, when it comes to. So that's totally different case scenario. I'm not talking about that case scenario. Intent for and aimed at. Next one, number 3.
First one. So is over.
Yeah.
Used for all government bodies.
No. Why just government bodies? You have no authority over me. You know when your wife or your girlfriend says here,
Something
you have no authority over me. So it's not like law or government related thing. So something has control over you. So something like this, you know, they have no authority over me. So a mother has authority over her child. Is it clear? It's not related. It's not just the government topics. Okay, done. Next one. So now tell me, guys, what do you think about this? Yeah. What is the collocation here? In some parts of the world, people don't have access to. Also good. Excess of. Well done. किसने बोला excess of? सही बोला तुमने. Excess of is right. Excess of is a collocation, but that's a different access. That is EXCESS. Excess of is a collocation, and EX when it starts with excess of something. You know, excess of everything is bad. Yeah, or something like this. So excess of something. So excess means more than the required quantity, but this access is different. This access means permission. Access to the building, the entry to the building, the permission granted into the building, access to the building. Darwaza kahan se? Where is the access to the building? Usme kya hoga? Usme you're going to use this access, ACCESS. So access to is a collocation. So let's write it here. Access to, gain access to. Now access to is not physical every time. Now pay attention, everyone. For example, ये तुमने देखा होगा movies. There are a lot of movies that are based on law and lawyers. Jolly LLB, lawyers. So when somebody wants to collect some documents from something, you know, in a very illegal way. Suppose he has to produce those documents in the court, but he couldn't. So we'll say he didn't get access to those documents. But was he physically there? Physically की बात कर रहे हैं हम. Access to, he couldn't reach those documents. That's called access. It's not like access to the building. Access to the building is like physically being there. Where is that physically going through the entry door? So access to the resources. Yeah. So government uses this term. We don't have access to the resources. We don't have access to the information. Access to the information, reachability. Access to, it's not always physical. Access to the building, reachability. Yeah. So very important. So it could be anything. Access to the information, access to the knowledge, access to the equipment, access to the strategies, access to the planning. So anything. So we do or we don't. So access to is a collocation. 3 collocations we learned so far. Authority, over, intended, for, aimed at, access to, access for to, but access for is EXCESS, which means more than the required quantity. Next one. Tell me, what do you think about this one? Write it here. Off, yeah. EX was with off, excess to. So excess of. So let's write it. Let's write that too here. But that'll be EXCESS. Excess of. Excess of something. Excess of something is bad. So more than the required quantity. So it is important. Let me write it here. It is important to find. Yeah. Tell me, what is the answer here? Solution for the problem? No. No. Atul, you tell me. It is important to find solution to the problem. Solution of the problem. Is it solution for, solution of, or solution to? Which one? You know, when we normally say something like this, the answer dash this question is that. What do we say? The answer of this question, the answer for this question, wrong. It's always answer to. Yeah? The answer to this question is this. Similarly, when you use answer question scenario na bol ke, when you have solution problem scenario, you always use to. Is it clear? So, kaise bologe? It is important to find the solution to the problem. So, solution to something is a collocation. Solution always. Because desi mein kya bolte? Hum kya bolte? Solution of, or solution for. 100% wrong. Solution to something all the time. So let me put it, that's why I put it in block letters. But this is a common desi mistake. Solution of something or solution for something. So solution to something is the right. So same thing, how about this? I mean, let's make it very simple now, rather than writing big sentences. Yeah. So addiction, bolo. Addiction of something, addiction for something, addiction to something. Addiction to something. Addiction, solution to something, answer to something. You learn 3 collocations here. Addiction to, solution to something, answer to something, and addiction to something. Is it clear? So never addiction for something. Addiction to something is a collocation. Yeah. How about this one? Next one. Number 6. Have you heard of? Have you ever come across something when you, for example, suppose मैं अभी you know अभी आजकल Ramadan चल रहे हैं, so I sometimes wake up in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. and then I feel I think I want to eat something. You know, I can't stop thinking about ice cream, and I want to have ice cream. Do you know what it means? It means I have, of course, not addiction because it happened just once. Addiction. So I have a strong craving. Yeah. Tell me. I have a strong craving. Crave, when you crave something, means you have got that, you're tempted. Tempted money, you have a strong desire. Craving means strong desire. So I have a strong desire. I have a craving for ice cream, to ice cream, of ice cream. Answer is for. Craving for is a collocation, and craving for ka matlab hota hai having a strong desire. So craving, let me write it here, and it'll be a little bit more easy, and give you some examples so that you might not ever make a mistake with this collocation. Craving for something. Yeah. So craving for something kya hai? It means actually to have some sort of strong desire towards something. Craving for something. Now craving is not only used for food items. I crave success, or I have a strong craving for success. Mane I want it by hook or by crook. I want it desperately. That's called, either दो तरीकों से use कर सकते हो. या तो I have ना बोल के I crave success. I crave success, or I have a strong craving for success. Is it clear? But whenever it is craving, verb ing, yeah, so verb plus ing, it will always be followed by for. Is it clear? So something like this. Somebody, let's make it very easy so that you know this rule. So somebody craves something, or what can we do? So कैसे put कर सकते हैं? Somebody has a craving. This time you will use for something. Somebody craves something, or somebody has a craving for something. So craving means, let's put it here, it means strong desire. Something like this. So for example, a lot of citizens in India have a strong craving for Bharatiya Janata Party. Yeah. So BJP. So we can say have a strong craving. वो पता चल गया हमें election में. They have a strong craving for BJP. Yeah. Even Jammu Kashmir as well, to a certain extent. Yeah. All right. So what can we do? So next one. Oh, how about this one? Now tell me. Yeah. So law enforcement agencies have put a ban tell me. Let's make it smoking, because alcohol, there are a lot of Punjabis in this class. So they have put, is there anyone who has to open the fast? Yeah, no one. Okay. So they have put, so you know the put ka teen form, it's all put, yeah, so you know it. So it is not put it something. Same thing goes with, you know, cost. It costed, it cost me. Yeah. So same thing for broadcast. The live show was broadcasted nahi hoga, it will still be broadcast first form, broadcast second form, broadcast third form. Yeah. So something like this. Tell me, law enforcement agencies have put a ban upon or ban on something. Now tell me, what is the answer here? On and upon, both of them are right. Upon is very traditional way of writing it, and on is something that is used nowadays, like will and shall. You see, will and shall. You will not pass this door, modern English. You shall not pass this door, very latent Shakespeare wala English. Clear? So similarly, upon, not wrong, but very old and outdated. On, very modern. We use ban always with on nowadays. Of course, it used to be upon beforehand, but now it's a very traditional way of saying ban upon something. We normally use ban on something. So let's remove upon here. And of course, both of them are right. Let's write it here. So let's make it very easier for people to learn. Traditional. So this is very traditional way of using on, and on is new. Yeah. So ban on something. This is something I thought to talk about, those collocations, because last time somebody told me that we do a lot of grammar, but we don't cover collocation. So we did 7 collocations here. Let's revise them before we move to important grammar rules today. First one, authority over. Second one, intended for. Intended for is a collocation. Third one, access to something. Solution to something, and I gave you some couple more examples with it. Solution to something, addiction to something, answer to something, not answer for something, the answer to something. Number 6, craving for. Craving for is a collocation. Ban on is a collocation, and of course ban upon, but ban upon is very traditional way of writing it. Now let's come to our grammar rules. So collocations done. Let's come to our grammar rules. And I'm going to write a sentence. And do you know there is, when the Bulanite were live, but at least I'll still mention this bit. Me and my friends in India, we were driving, and then the guy, he didn't have the driver, my friend, he didn't have his license with him. No, license was there, but he didn't have the insurance and all those papers and something like this. Then when you're stopped at some particular booth by policemen and something like this, normally we tend to show them and tell them that, okay, I didn't have this, I don't have this, I only have this bit. But then he had a very innovative way of tackling that issue. So he had this big pouch, and then in that particular pouch he had that license and the papers, but no insurance and no pollution check and everything. In that particular pouch, when these people asked for papers, he just put $100 bill. Well, no, $100 bill, 100 rupees note, and then closed it. He said, "Here you go. These are my papers." So the guy opened it, and he didn't even check anything else. He he picked that and put it in his pocket. Okay, papers full. Go, move. See my point? A very innovative way of driving someone. I shouldn't say it as online. It's a very sad thing and very bad thing of him to do it. But India mein chalta hai, you know, people do it, and normally in India, I mean, they. Huh?
How many years ago?
How many years ago? I think it was a year ago. I think it's been a year. Yeah.
Now it's more than
It's more than that. Yeah. Yeah. It's more than that. Still happening. But yeah, so if we have a situation like this, and I'm going to write a sentence on this one, and tell me what do you think about this sentence. Yeah. My Sorry guys, I have to break my fast. Okay, guys, now let's come to the point. My friend insisted solve it, guys. This is not related to collocation anymore. This is the grammar rule. I want all of you guys to pay attention and tell me what is the answer here. My friend insisted to bride, oh bride, oh bride, to bribe the officer, to bribe or on bribing the officer. What is the answer here? To bribe. I think it is to bribe the officer. Because he's into something. Yeah. Okay. How many of you think it's next one? On bribing. On bribing with the officer. Wow. Akshay, you're using extra creativeness here. You don't need creativity. Pay attention, guys, and this is something you will learn for once for and all, and never ever make a mistake. Whenever you write your essays or anything else, or you have your listening summaries and you're writing a structure, or for your reading blanks for that matter, you will never ever make a mistake on this one. First of all, insist is an intransitive verb. Intransitive verb, mane kya hota hai? Insist is a word. It will always be followed by a preposition all the time. Yeah. We just have to find out what is it. You know, intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs are those verbs which require preposition in the end. Jaise, look me or look at me. Look at me. Look is intransitive verb. At chahiye chahiye. Is it clear? You can't say look me. Tell me or tell at me. Tell me. We never require preposition here. It's not an intransitive verb. Is it clear? How about this? Please someone or please someone मतलब किसी को खुश करना. I pleased him. Yeah, I pleased of him. Which one? I pleased him. There is no preposition required. So those verbs which require preposition in the end are called intransitive verbs. Just say look at me. Yeah. Talk to me. Yeah. Something like this. Walk on the road. You can't say walk the road. So walk is an intransitive verb. So insist. Just say explain. Explain me. Explain to me. Explain to me, not explain me. Explain to me. Explain intransitive verb. Just say listen. Listening to music or listening music. Listening to music. Listen is an intransitive verb, always requires preposition. कैसे बोलते हैं? Listen me or listen to me? Listen to me. Similarly, listen to music. Is it clear? So listen is an intransitive verb. Similarly, insist is an intransitive verb, but the intransitive verb and the preposition that you will see after insist will be something like this. Insist on. Yeah. So insist on, and then the structure will be doing something. Is it clear? So insist on doing something. Could be anything. My friend insisted on swimming regularly. My teacher insisted on memorizing special material daily. Yeah, something like this. My mother insisted on getting married early. Something like this. My friends in Punjab insisted on traveling to Canada. Yeah, or something like, or Australia. I think last time in Punjab, it was my first time to visit Punjab. Last time we're going again next month, 9th of June. 9th will be Amritsar, 10th, 11th, and then 12th, Patiala, Sangrur, all those branches, and then 13 Delhi, 13 and 14 Wapas, Melbourne. So it's going to be a very short trip again to Punjab. I loved it last time. And हाँ घर मुझे फिर वापस जाना है 22nd June. So I'm traveling 2 times. Yeah, for that thing. Yeah. So insist on doing something. Insist. So my family insisted on getting married or something like this. ये जीता जाता example. Right? So insisted on doing something. Is it clear? In this case scenario, so the answer would be my friend insisted on, but that's not my grammar rule. My grammar rule doesn't finish here, but there is an important thing you need to understand here. Suppose your mother insisted you. Now, can I write my Yeah, mother insisted me, because you have to look at the subject and the object. I say, suppose if I have to use, यहाँ पे तो हम बोलते हैं my friend insisted on swimming. Who did he insist? Me, someone else? किसको insist किया उसने? We don't know. The subject is missing, isn't it? The government insisted on voting on a regular basis. Who did he insist? Who did the government insist? Was it the citizens? Was it the locals? Was it some? The object is missing in this particular structure, isn't it? इसमें object है ही नहीं. We're just using the activity. But if I have to talk about somebody who is being insisted, जिसके ऊपर force किया जा रहा है, how can I write that particular statement? My mother insisted me on, on buying milk. How about this? If I have to use the object, do you think this is right or wrong? This sentence is 100% wrong, and I'll tell you why. And I'll also help you to understand this particular rule so that you'll never ever make a mistake. Now, if you're talking about somebody जिसके ऊपर force किया जा रहा है, you have to use my, you, or someone, yeah? So you will not use any of those object forms. No, object form क्या होता है? Object is, so I, so let me make it more simpler for you. I is subject, yeah? So I have to change the camera angle towards me. Yeah, so I is subject. Me क्या है? Object. Is it clear? So I subject, me object. You subject, you object. How? Suppose I got my scores. I is the subject. Can I say me got my scores? No. So I is the subject. How about this? He spoke to me. Or can I say he spoke to I? He spoke to me. Me is the object. Object comes in the end. You can be acted as both subject as well as object. You are smart. You क्या है? Subject. I love you. You क्या है? Object. So you comes as both subject as well as object. Is it clear? So they क्या है? Subject. Them क्या है? Object. So you have to know the difference between subject and the object. But here in this case scenario, जब insist की बात हो रही है, you will neither use the subject nor would you use the object. अब अगर I, you use नहीं करना है, me use नहीं करना है, what else am I going to use here? We are going to use possessive pronouns. The possessive pronouns क्या होते हैं? Possessive pronouns are these. Let me write them here. The possessive pronouns are possessive pronouns. Let me write it here. And possessive pronouns are my, Meena bolke, my, yeah. Oh, sorry. So Meena bolke, my. Possessive pronouns. Dena bolke, their. Is it clear? So they is what? They is subject. Them is object. There is, it shows possession. Kiska? Mera. So there is what? My, their, you na bolke, your. Is it clear? So us na bolke, our. Us is the object, we is the subject, and our is the possessive pronoun. Is it clear? So my, their, our, your, or somebody's. Can you write all of them, and I'll tell you how to put them in the structure of the sentence. तो कैसे बोलेंगे? So for example, so how can we rephrase this? My mother insisted. Bolo, my mother insisted on. So insisted on will come together. My mother insisted on my buying the milk. How odd does it sound? But this is 100% right. On my buying the milk. My mother insist on will come together, but जिसके ऊपर insist किया गया है, जिसके ऊपर force किया गया है काम करने के लिए, you will not use subject or object. You will always use possessive pronoun. And what is that? My. So something like this. So we can say our. The teacher insisted on our memorizing the special material. Yeah, so memorizing because it takes Z, you know, which is,
Is this an exception or is it?
this is a rule, not an exception. Insist on somebody is doing something. So those structure way यहाँ पे insist on doing something and insist on somebody's doing something. Now let me complete this example by writing something like this, and it will be really easy for you. So suppose Atul insisted on Akshay. Atul से Akshay तुमने मेरे साथ मूवी जाना ही जाना है, जो मर्जी हो जाए. So कैसे लिख सकते हैं? So two subjects यहाँ पे, Atul and Akshay. But किसके ऊपर फोर्स किया जा रहा है? Who is being forced? Akshay. So कैसे लिखेंगे? Atul, let's write it here. Atul insisted on, do you know how would I write this? Akshay's, somebody's, yeah? See the rule, मैंने बोला somebody is doing something. Atul insisted on Akshay's watching the movie. You know how odd, but this is like an advanced structure. Not many people would know this. Insist on is a collocation, and it has got two structures: insist on doing something, or insist on somebody's doing something. Is it clear? And that somebody's, or it could be my, your, our, yeah, his or her. His or her is also, let's add them here as well. So his or her, yeah, his or her, possessive pronouns. So is it clear? Now let me give you a sentence. Let me ask this to Jadip. Jadip, you didn't miss this rule, yeah? So let me ask this question to you. This one is for you, and tell me. My friend insisted on my coming to Australia, right or wrong? 100% right. The teachers insisted on their coming to the classes. 100% right. Is it clear? So we are going to use possessive pronouns here. All right. Next grammar rule, guys. I'm going to write it here. Is it clear? Has anybody has got any doubts? Please ask me before I jump to the next one. Otherwise, I feel like you didn't understand it. Yeah. So never ever make a mistake here with this rule. So question number 9. Let's come to number 9 here. Type it here. Oh, this one you will love it. How many of you sleep after 12 o'clock? 12 बजे के बाद कौन सोता है? Mostly boys, we don't actually sleep before. Even if I force myself to sleep at 10, I can't. 10 बजे अगर तुम दिल में मन आज प्लान करके मैं 10 बजे सोता हूँ, जो मर्जी light off सब कुछ off, you sleep, you can't. 12 o'clock के बाद, so roughly around something like, unless and until you start 6 a.m. in the morning. If your work starts at 6 a.m. in the morning, you'll sleep early. So in this particular case scenario, sleeping is important. At least you should get 6 to 7 hours daily. 8 to 9 hours, that means you're lethargic, lazy. Including me, because on weekends I sleep 10 hours. But I like it. But weekdays, I have to reduce my sleep. Okay, so let me write a sentence. So suppose Dhiren has recently become accustomed to this particular thing of sleeping. So I'll say Dhiren. Dhiren, how do you spell your name? R-E-N. Okay. Dhiren का मतलब क्या है? Strong? Okay, all right. अच्छी बात है. इसमें क्या बात है? It's okay. It's all right if your name means strong. So you should know the meanings of your name. आपका नाम क्या है? Suraj है? Suraj, we know it. We know Suraj. Atul, what does it mean? Uncountable. Can't be measured. Oh, I thought uncountable noun. Okay, uncountable. Raj. Raj means king, isn't it? No. Raj means to actually rule. Yeah, to rule. Raj karta hai koi. So it's like rule. Deep. Yeah, Victor ka diya hai. Randeep. Infinity. Wow, it's weird. So what is your name? What is the meaning of your name? You should know the meaning of them. Kutte billi thodi hai. We are insan, so we should know the meaning of our names. It's very important. Let's write. My name is Zishan. For all those people who are watching us online, my name is Zishan. Z-E-E-S-H-A-N. Zishan, and Zishan means someone who actually gives a lot of respect to people. Khatam nahi hua meaning at the same time demands a lot of respect from people. Let's come to the point. Yeah, respectively. Okay, so Dhiren got tell me guys, what do you think about this particular sentence? Let me actually give it a gap so that you don't get confused. Yeah. Of course, this is wrong. मैं सही sentence क्यों डालूंगा यहाँ पे? This is 100% wrong. But you just have to pick a mistake here. How many of you have got the desired scores as 8 band? You should pick the mistake. This is not that difficult. Trust me.
Early late.
Huh?
Early late.
Didn't got used to sleep early late. What is early late? या तो early होगा या तो late होगा. Do you know the difference between late and lately? How many of you don't know the difference between late and lately? You should know the difference between late and lately. Late के दो meaning है. One is when you're not on time. So you're not on time, I am late. Everybody knows it, I'm late. But there's another meaning when somebody expires. Oh, I shouldn't say expires, dies or goes to parlok. So we say that we use late before that particular person, yeah? Late Albert Einstein. So he's not alive anymore. That's late, two meanings. But lately has got a different meaning. Lately means recently. So यहाँ पे, if I'm saying Dhiren got used to sleep early late, he got used to sleep late, he got used to sleep early. Which one? It's confusing. So lately means recently. So this sentence means recently he got used to, so he developed a habit to sleep, yeah? Tell me, what is the mistake? Mistake is not there, late or lately. This sentence is right. Mistake is somewhere else. Who said it? Sleeping, well done. So if I change this to sleeping, do you think the sentence is right? He got used to sleeping. Forget about this sentence. If I write a sentence, a similar context, if I write a sentence like this, I say, he became yeah, he became used to watch or watching English movies. Tell me. He became used to watch or watching? Watching. How do you know it? Watching. But there's a particular rule, and that's what I was talking about here. What can you see common here in these two sentences? Used to, isn't it? Used to doing something is a collocation. Used to doing something, but only in one case scenario. That's what you need to learn. Whenever you have any of these, let me write it here. Any of the to be verbs. To be verbs kya hai? So let's write those to be verbs here. Is, are, yeah, was, were, yeah. Is, are, was, were, yeah. So has, became, get and became, yeah. So get and became, yeah. So whenever you have any of these to be verbs before the phrase used to, is it clear? The verbs that will immediately come after this will be always doing something. Is it clear? Verb plus ing. कैसे होगा? I am as well. Sorry. I am. बोलो. I am used to playing football or play football. Playing football because used to se pehle it was am. Is it clear? I am used to playing football. Raj is used to coming to classes. The government was used to offering free public transport. Dhiren got used to, yeah. So Dhiren got used to coming to the grammar classes eventually. Is it clear? So something like Chatur got used to, yeah. Chatur got used to receiving bad comments from his girlfriend. Finally, something. So, for example, I say I became used to taking the grammar sessions. Is it clear? So, used to ke baad you will have doing something only in the case scenario if it is preceded by to be verbs. But if we don't have any to be verbs, subject and then subject ke immediately baad I've got used to, then the verb that will come afterwards will be in base form. Is it clear? Base form. So base form kya hai? Without s, without ed, without ing. How about this sentence? If I write something like this, yeah, my father my father used to, yeah, take or taking. My father used to no taking. Why? Because used to se pehle, do I have any of those verbs? Do I have any of those verbs before used to here? I don't. So this case, in this particular case scenario, it will immediately be followed by verb, but in base form. I used to live, or I used to living. I used to live. I am used to live or living. I'm used to living. How easy is this? Nah, they have a different meaning. I'll come to that. Acha point tumne raise kiya hai. How about this? The train used to come, or the train used to coming. The train used to come. The train is used to come or coming. Coming. How about this? The earth used to revolve, or the earth used to revolving. The earth used to revolve. The earth is used to revolving. Is it clear? How easy is this? I got used to taking or take. Take. I used to take. I got used to taking or take. I got used to taking. I became used to learning. I used to learn. How easy? The meanings are very different. Jo Jesse ne abhi point raise kiya hai. The meanings is different, obviously. So whenever you have this structure, the first one. So let me write here subject first, and then you have any of those to be verbs. This denotes a habitual fact. Habitual fact, yeah. Habitual fact. So I am used to living with my parents. Mane, this has become my habit. I'm used to it. Used to it. ये सुना ही होगा तुमने. Used to it. I'm used to it. So I'm used to PT. I'm used to PT. Mane, it has become my habit now. So I am used to. He was used to. It denotes a habitual fact. But whenever you don't have any auxiliary between subject and used to, any no to be verb, this denotes just a recent event in the past. So a past event. How simple. Habitual fact and past event. I used to run, right or wrong? Right. I'm used to running, right or wrong? 100% right. How about this? I used to running. Wrong. How easy is this? Did you understand this one? Yeah? Easy peasy. Write those two structures, everyone. I'll give you time to write. Copy both of them, everyone. Yep. We'll talk about that in PT because a lot of online students जिनको पता भी नहीं PT क्या है. See my point? We'll talk about that in PT. Okay. Let's come to the last grammar rule today, and you will love it and you will enjoy it. If you're enthusiastic about grammar as me, but if you aren't, if you're like, क्या है? ये कौन प्राणी बैठा हुआ है, friend? This is something like, this grammar should be part of your lives. When you don't you feel bad when you write your email and then your boss picks your mistakes on that email, or your manager picks some mistakes on your email? If your boss doesn't pick any mistakes in your email, that means he's equally terrible. Like, that's all you have? Grammarly app. That's why you guys fail. Grammarly app. This autocorrect thing and all those things, it doesn't allow us to learn. We know that it's automatically going to be corrected. The grammar is automatically going to be corrected. It doesn't let us learn. Bachpan mein, when we were in schools, we didn't want to make any mistake when we wrote something because there was nobody to correct it automatically for us. We made mistakes, we felt bad. But abhi kya kar sakte hain? This is the way it is. Grammar. So stop using those bakwas apps. Of course, if you are into making like big thesis or dissertation, then it's okay, which is like 10,000 words university assignments. But if you're practicing PT and if you're still using Grammarly app and everything, so it's not not going to be worth it. You have to learn it the hard way. And you know when you learn? When you struggle. When you struggle, that's when you learn. If you don't struggle, you don't learn. That's how it is. Do you know how to memorize? Have you ever memorized something by looking at it at the first glance? पहली बार देखने से memorize हो गया? Nah, unless you have photographic memory, like Rain Man movie जो देखा. So you don't have photographic memory. So एक बार देखने से, how easy is this? But when you struggle, there was an important event about dash क्या था? You think, you struggle, then you look at it again. The next morning you फिर भूल गया. Here you are straining and struggling. The maza, not the maza, I would say, the learning is in the struggle. When you struggle, haven't you heard of this quote before? Teach me, give me fish, and I'll eat for one day. Teach me how to fish, and I'll eat for eternity. So it's very important. So let's come to the last grammar rule, guys. Very important. I'm going to write this sentence. Just fill in the blanks, guys. Let me give you the options here as well. Let me not give you the options, otherwise you'll find it. Parents dash their children with emotional. I want you to struggle and think and tell me. Be wrong, come up with me, make mistakes, but at least come up with some response. Parents help their children with emotional support. Parents help their children with, of course not bad. Parents help their children. Yeah. But there's a particular word here that would fit in the context. Of course, help is okay. Yeah. Parents. The words. Let me give you one more clue. It will be more. Not encourage. Encourage. You won't. If you say parents encourage their children, then there's no with. Encourage with is not a collocation. Something is collocation with. You just want to use that something. Find me that something. Something with. Advice. Parents advise their children. Advise with is not a collocation. Just advise somebody. Let me give you one more clue, so it'll be a little bit easier for you guys. The word starts with P. Provide. Yeah, look at that. How easy is this? Provide is the collocation, guys. Now let me write the structure. And what is the structure? There are two structures you need to learn here. The structure is provide somebody with something. So कैसे होगा? Provide. So parents provide their children with emotional support. So provide their children. So कैसे होगा? The gym provides the customers with the new equipment. Yeah, something like this. Could be something like this. Say the public transport provides the passengers with better timetables. Is it clear? So provide somebody with something. Australia provides citizens with better amenities or better facilities. Something like this. Yeah. So provide somebody with something. And that something is actually your benefit. Is it clear? And somebody is actually something that is actually taking the benefit taker. Yeah. So let's write it here in the bracket. This somebody is the benefit taker or the benefit receiver, and this something is the actual benefit. Is it clear? So provide somebody with something. Or there is another structure, घुमा फिरा के, if I say something like this. पहला वाला sentence हमने कैसे लिखा था? Look at me, everyone. How do we write this? Parents provide their children with emotional support. Yeah. So we could write something like this. We say let's provide special let's provide special material. Let's provide special material dash students. Now this time, is it in the same angle? Is it in the same fashion as sentence number 1? what did we have? What did we have in sentence number 1? We initially had the benefit taker, and then we had the actual benefit. Yeah. Now tell me here, what do we have here? Special material. Is it the benefit taker? It's not the benefit taker now anymore. The benefit taker is actually here, students, isn't it? Now this time you can't use with, provide with. Is it clear? This time the structure changes, and the structure becomes. Is it clear? Let's provide special material for students. Is it clear? So something like, let's provide better amenities for passengers, or ऐसे बोल सकते हैं the public people, or sorry, the public transport provided better amenities for passengers. Is it clear? So दो angles हैं provide structure के. Can you write both of them? Provide somebody with something, और नीचे structure लिख देते हैं. The structure is provide something for somebody. Is it clear? Provide something for somebody. Now let me ask this question to, if you have understood it fully, let me ask this question to Chatur. Chatur, tell me. Provide me with a glass of water. Right or wrong? Provide me with a glass of water. Chatur. Correct. Provide me, provide somebody with something, the glass of water. How about this, Raj? Yeah. Provide the glass of water for me. 100% right, isn't it? Provide the glass of water is this time the benefit. Provide the glass of water, but this time no with, for. Is it clear? Did you understand this one? So provide comes with both. Provide with and provide for. Both of them are collocations, but depends on the situation. Rather more than the situation, depends upon the structure. Benefit taker kahan pe hai? Benefit kahan pe hai? Is it clear? Is it clear? So Australia provides permanent residency with or for. Australia provides permanent residency with or for. For. Australia provides permanent residency for immigrants. Australia provides the immigrants with permanent residency. Is it clear? Can you write both of them? Thank you. Other branches, can we please disconnect? We finish with this session, and let's start with the PT. And those people who are online, thank you for joining us. Just stay tuned. And kaise bolte hain? How do we finish it? Like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon if you have any bell icon, something like this, for notifications. Yeah. Thank you very much.